Hello, Mime Timers. It's good to see you again virtually. And even then, I'm not actually seeing you. You're seeing me. I'm just looking at the camera on my MacBook. And it's been a cheeky minute, hasn't it been? It's been a few months actually since I got behind the microphone and shot some wisdom and life stories straight off the dome, straight off the top of the dome. Yeah, it's been a cheeky minute. Yeah, a lot has happened. Things were going really good for myself, like overall life. Was I was making money, I was transitioning into copywriting, and I was just really, really busy. And just to give you an update, I'm still really, really busy. I'm up to my eyeballs in obligations in the past several months, and it's just going to get busier as time goes on. So this episode is going to be a bit of a overall life update on like the show and how things are going, as well as talking about the topic of the hero's journey. So if you don't know already, I'm a huge fan of Joe Rogan, and one of the things he says is that the one of the best pieces of life advice he ever got was to be the hero of your own journey. Like imagine if your life isn't what you want it to be, and you imagine that you're like at the start of the movie where like your life is shit and you're miserable, you lost your job, your girlfriend broke up with you, your health is miserable, and like everything, your diet is crap and you don't work out, you're really lazy and lethargic, and you're like, oh, what's the point of life? He talks about, the guy, it's like that guy who's like he's hit rock bottom and he's about to like, kill himself, and then he sees a picture of his daughter or something like that, and then that's when he starts to change. That's possible for anybody on this planet. I really do believe that, because I feel like I'm living that now. I'm trying to be the best and live up my hero's journey. I'll put a link to that Joe Rogan motivation. Just type in Joe Rogan motivation, and there's be several different videos that, of Joe Rogan, spin wisdom, spin truth about life, about getting what you want out of life. And I think this applies to, the Mime Time series as well. And like the mission of what I want to do, which is to empower people who struggle with their identity issues so much that it affects the way that they carry themselves in life. It affects their happiness, it affects their ability to be effective and competent in this world. So this podcast, if you're listening to the Mime Time for the first time, this show is about the Asian diaspora identity struggle and overcoming it and becoming the best versions of ourselves. I know that's a bit of a mouthful. I'm always trying to, refine it. It's a show about being the best versions of ourselves, about self-actualization. And I think part of that is accepting who we are. So if you're a third culture kid, Korean American, Chinese American, I don't care what you're like half Black, half Asian, you're an adoptee, you're like a French adoptee, right? Whatever you are, if you can understand the words if you can understand the words that are coming out of my mouth, and you can understand the truth that I am telling you, then you can internalize this truth into your own life, and you can become the motherfucking god, mate. Oh man, I'm a bit rusty. Yeah, it's been a cheeky minute. Anyways, back in late March, I hit without revealing too many details, let's just say I hit a serious personal and financial setback in my life, and which resulted in the end of my relationship, my 3-year relationship with my girlfriend. God bless her. And I just went downhill, guys. I went into a serious deep rut, and for about like a couple of months, I would say. So like end of March, so April, and then May, and I'm just starting to kind of get my shit together. Like I kind of have a rhythm. I lost my rhythm. I was building really good momentum up until the end of March, and I was very ambitious. Like I thought like I was gonna do 5 months of no alcohol, no smoking. I broke that. I broke my no alcohol, no cigarette streak for after like a couple of months. I went through a very stressful period, and things are fine now, and it is what it is. Like life is all about struggle, because without struggle there is no man. That without struggle, like how can you really know what kind of person you are? When you're down in the dumps, when you're down in the rut, whatever your situation is, right, you're better off if you really try to build discipline and then maintain it to become the best version of yourself. So yeah, I feel like I'm on track in life, and like evidence of that is like, even though things are rough and I haven't uploaded or gotten behind the microphone and camera to record in a bit, I'm doing my best. I'm doing my best, and this is not going to be a long episode, but I'm like, there's no excuse. I got to carve out some piece of time for Mime Time, don't I? Right? I got to talk to you guys. And I miss hearing your feedback. And you know what? The great thing is, like, even though I didn't post anything for like a couple of months, it was really awesome to see, some people gave feedback, and some people, like, somehow people still download and listen to my episodes. So if you're one of those people in the past couple of months who've been listening to some of my episodes, and you're like, hey, when's this new episode? Well, I appreciate your attention, even though I wasn't putting it out there. So if there's anything you enjoy from this episode or any of my content, please let me know. Please leave a comment. I would really appreciate it. If there's something you think I'm missing or something you would like me to talk about, just let me know. It just costs like a moment of your attention and time. I mean, I do love long love letters as well. I will take those. But if you have any feedback at all, I would really appreciate it, because I really think that the stuff we talk about on the show has a lot of value to offer the world, and especially to third culture kids and so on, and everyone on their journey. So my point being is that I went through a rough period for a couple months, and I broke my streak and of like no alcohol. I was really stressed out. I got fucked up a couple times. I'm human. And I did not hit my $10,000 target for May. Right, it's the end of May, and like I'm far away from that target, and I don't even think it's that ambitious. Like 10K a month, like I don't really think it's that ambitious. So like I was hoping to really get. I feel like woulda, coulda, shoulda. If I had just like kept my shits together and things were going good, and I had maintained that momentum that I was building up until late March, then I feel like I would have hit 10K by now. But that's okay. It's okay that I failed. Oh, I failed to reach my target, but it doesn't mean that I haven't been trying. And so the best news that I can share with you guys is that, well, I mentioned I quit that part-time job back in February, or like after that, after March, that I was going to be, transitioning to full-time copywriting. Well, I basically have. Yeah, I haven't, I'm not anywhere near 10K a month yet, but I'm transitioning into a full-time copywriting consultant career. So like I set my own schedule for the most part. Yes, I still work at that part-time job once a week. Some of you who know me, you may work with me, or you may know me from that job, but like I don't that's not my main source of income anymore. Now it's through copywriting clients. So yes, this is the part where I show myself a bit, ladies and gentlemen. If you need high quality copy written, if you need high quality content written, especially for your blockchain or crypto or NFT project, then please let me know. Because I'm gaining a lot of experience with this. I have a lot of experience already, and I'm always getting better at it. And it's a lot of fun. I do enjoy doing it, and my clients in general are pretty happy with my copy, and I'm happy to provide that service. So yeah, if you need anything, content, social media copy, like blog posts, website, email, and so on, blah, 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 please hit me up, right? Please DM me at MimeTime or at mime@mimetime.com, for real. Like I'm really enjoying it. So that's a huge blessing that I've made this huge career transition. And I'm doing all this other side hustles as well, and including MimeTime. But like I'm really happy to have transitioned into like really becoming my own boss in my copywriting career. So thanks to those of you who have helped me have supported me on that journey. And okay, so I couldn't hit 10K by May, but maybe it'll be by July or August, but who knows, right? Like I'll have to set another date, maybe 3 months later, we'll see. But yeah, so business is picking up. That's a great thing, and it's because I put the time and the effort in. And if I had just stayed miserable and like moping around, like like my girlfriend broke up with me, and like I feel so broke, like I have no money, like I have all these setbacks, and like I'll never figure it out in life, like if I had just stayed feeling sorry for myself past couple months and not left home or whatever, I'd be in an even worse spot. So, I've been in rough patches. Like last year, if you guys know me, like there was a period of like 3-4 months where I didn't work. I was, I had a serious back injury, and it's still not 100%. Like there's still some discomfort, but I'm glad to say that, like, hey, okay, I figured out a way to kind of stretch it and heal it. It's like piriformis syndrome. Shout out to my man Albert for helping me with that. I really appreciate it. So I'm just like, okay, I know I need to take better care of my body. I know that, I need to be disciplined. I know I need to meditate to reduce stress. And I know I need to, reduce caffeine intake and all this stuff. So I'm doing my best, guys, all day, every day, and but I still make mistakes all the time. So I just think, you can be in a rut and you can make mistakes and you can feel sorry for yourself. Like, you can have a cry session and you could, like, complain about how life is hard and, like, no one understands. You can do that. You're a human. Anyone's entitled to do that. Like, I can do that. Sometimes, like, oh man, I just want to feel sorry for myself. Oh, I miss my girlfriend. Oh, like, I should have more money. Oh, no one knows what I'm going through. Poor me, poor my time. No one gives a fuck about me. I mean, I do miss my girlfriend, and yes, I am going through, personal ordeals, but so is everybody. And the beautiful thing about life and humanity is that we overcome these things, is that we fall and then we get back up, and that's just part of life. That's part of the hero's journey. And this is just eternal. This is perennial. In the end, we all die anyways, right? In the end, the sun fucking explodes. In the end, entropy. What does it all what does it all matter, right? Like, but this is your life. This is my life. And like, every moment is precious. Every day is precious, no matter how hard things get. No matter how hard gets things get, it's like the Christians say, it's like God is just testing you. God wouldn't give to his children what they aren't, like, ready to handle, that kind of stuff. So I have immense potential, and I'm still trying to get through that every day. If you're struggling in your journey for, like, fitness or success or whatever, just as I am, then, like, great. Like, it means we're trying. You're not really succeeding and you're not really doing anything unless you're failing. Because if it was just straightforward and everything in life was just handed to you on a platter, there wouldn't be as much meaning to it, and everyone would do it. Anybody can become a copywriter, especially if you're a native English speaker and you have a basic writing ability. If you just remove distractions, then you can totally learn this. And, like, I still have tons of distractions. Yeah, like I said, I'm up to my eyeballs in, like, obligations and things I need to do and chores and errands. I'm still doing it, right? And I'm making money off it. So of course I can't fuck with it. I gotta do well, and I gotta deliver to my wonderful clients and the people that I work with. So, like, anybody can do it. If you have a basic writing ability and you don't mind sitting in front of a computer for a few hours a day, and you're probably looking at a screen many hours a day anyways, if you're like an office worker, or you're looking at your phone or something, or you use your computer, anybody can become an English copywriter. You don't even have to be a native English speaker, because there are people who make money doing that. um and anyone can be a podcaster. Like, if you have something of value to offer the world in terms of, like, producing content, have interesting conversations that add value to people's lives, then and you can build an audience and through your network, and you can slowly grow that, even just incrementally over time. You can just do that. It doesn't matter if you don't need to have, like, hundreds of millions of views or downloads or listens. It's meaningful to me even if just a dozen people listen to this. Like, I'm super grateful even if just, like, 10 people download this and they get something out of it. If you're one of those 10, then I fucking love you and I appreciate you, and this is valuable for me, and I hope this is valuable for you. Anybody can become a podcaster or a YouTuber. And like, I'm officially a YouTuber because, like, I'm putting this content out on a YouTube channel, but, like, I first identify as a podcaster, master race podcasting, over a dumb console YouTuber. I don't know. Um, but yeah, I'm a podcaster and I'm a copywriter. And I'm doing it. And the thing is, anybody can fucking do it in this day and age, especially if you're living in the developed world. There's really no excuse. You just got to put the time in and just do it, right? And same with health and diet. There's no excuse. You just have to figure it out, because if it was easy to figure out, and if it was easy to contextualize all the information that's out there on how to be a podcaster and how to be a copywriter according to your life situation and your time schedule and your amount of energy, and also like how to be fit and how to be happy and like how to learn how to like date and attract girls according to, whatever it is, like your race, your height, your genetics, your body structure, your personality, like all these things, right? If it was easy, then, everyone would become the 3% man. Everyone would be in the top 3% of like highly attractive, successful males or females in the world. If it was easy, then there would be no meaning. This is the hero's journey. If you got to be, and like, this is also such an egotistical thing for me to say, like, yeah, this is Mime Time. You're listening to Mime Time. And who's the hero of Mime Time? Yes, me, your host and show producer, Mime. Yeah, I'm Mime. I'm the hero of my movie. And like no one else matters but me. That's not what I'm trying to say, right? I'm not trying to come from a negative, egotistical way, but like a positive way where like, hey, I am of course the center of my universe, because the way I perceive the universe is a reflection of my own mind and my own soul. So I want to build the best world that I can experience. So I got to do this and hope, and part of building selfishly my own, little mini Mime Time empire of like value. I just hope that other people listening to this can also, perhaps reflect on how they can build their own little mini empires or kingdoms of like, of offering value to people in this world, because like all this shit's decentralized. We got the internet, we got information. All you just gotta do is just take massive action. You just gotta be humble and learn as much as you can, and always be course correcting. If something doesn't work, figure it out, try to figure out quick, learn from the best and copy what they do, and then make something your own out of it. And just take massive action and believe yourself. So again, massive action, believing yourself 100%, like believing, like imagining that you can become something, make something of your life according to how you want to define it in a realistic way, and then manage that expectation. Believe in yourself and take massive action and constantly course correct. And that's how anybody in life, I think, right, succeeds in core, or acquires some degree of accomplishment. So I hope this is of value to you guys. Like I just want to share with you, like I am going through like immense struggle some at times. I feel like I feel like I am my own worst enemy, because all these thoughts of doubt come to my mind, like, oh, Mom, you're such a total fuck up, you don't deserve happiness and all this crazy shit. Sometimes it happens even during meditation. And so I'll talk I'll talk to you about that next time. I think this will be a really good topic. Like I've written a list of like self-defeating beliefs that have come up in my like subconsciousness, and then I'll just read them out to you. So stay tuned for that. Stay tuned for you to hear like all my deep-seated insecurities, right? And then maybe you could identify one with your own, and then we could just point at it and just ask, like, is this true, right? And then just laugh at it, and then just like grow as people, grow, and yeah, I think that'll be fun. So tune in next time for that. Let's see, have I missed anything else? Yeah, this episode's a bit just off the cuff, off my cuffs. Yeah, I just want to appreciate any friends listening to this who have helped support me in the past couple of months, and all my friends and all the wonderful people that I know. Like if you're listening to this, if we haven't caught up in a while, just like hit me a message. I think about all the people that I meet and all my friends and my acquaintances, and it'd be good to hang out from time to time. I do my best to make time, of course. And so, yeah, I hope you found this very interesting and enjoyable and valuable, Mime Timers. So with that, just remember, if you're going through a hard time, lots of people are, and you're not alone. Just remember, like, you are the hero of your own journey. And again, maybe that's egotistical, but that's life. You got to do it. You got to, because no one's going to be the hero for you first but yourself. Like you got to be your own hero. Like I am down in the dumps, I'm stuck in the deepest rut, and like whatever your situation is, lost your job, lost your girlfriend, lost your wife, got divorced, whatever terrible situation is, your parents got cancer, someone is going to jail, whatever it is, like just think to yourself, like, how can I make the most out of this situation? And so that even if something bad happens again, you'll at least be better prepared for it, like physically, mentally, emotionally. So take care of yourselves, like so that's why I'm trying to work out. Oh, another update, like part of the beauty of like me going through my struggle, and then, me going through a hard time, some personal issues at home, and breaking up with my girlfriend, is that, well, I have more time to do other things, right? More time to emotionally invest in other things. Throw myself in my work, but also go out to open mics. So I've been going to stand up comedy open mic nights. Some of you guys have seen me there and tell jokes and whatever. That's been fun. And the other thing is, like, I've also been going to open mics and playing guitar, right? Singing guitar covers. And that's been great. That's been a great, like, emotionally expressive way for me to just go out. And what else? Like, and I've been doing karate. I've been trying to improve my diet, go for runs. I just finished a 1 hour run today. It wasn't intense, but it was just good, just breathing through my nose to, like, improve my heart rate and whatever. And yeah, going to karate has been great. So, like, I've been going again the past several weeks, and now every week I get injured or bruised in some way, and I love it. Right now, if I breathe, then, like, I feel I feel some pain in, like, my upper right chest. I feel like maybe I broke something. So, like, I'll go to a doctor later. But these guys, they kick my ass. They kick my ass hard, and of course we're not even going full force. We're just sparring. But I missed that. I missed doing the karate, and so, like, it's as Joe Rogan would say, martial arts is high level problem solving with dire physical consequences. So this is like, so these days, like, I'm trying to Joe Rogan it, right? Like, because Joe Rogan's like a famous stand up comedian, and and a famous MMA commentator, and he was, like, famous for, like, competing in taekwondo championships and winning in America, blah blah blah. And so he's an interesting guy. He's an interesting Renaissance man type of guy, and I'm trying to be my own Korean American version of that here in Seoul, South Korea. And you know what? In some ways, I feel like I'm living the dream. I wish, right? I wish that I could have complete time and freedom, as I've mentioned in the past, to, like, really spend, like, hours of day on each craft. Like, I wish I could go to all the open mics and spend hours a day writing jokes, and then hours a day working out, and then hours a day writing on mime time, but and you know what? I'm doing my own smaller version of that, and that's okay. As long as I'm growing and I'm on my vision, I'm on my path, then that's okay. So, like, I'm just like, I'm no different than the average Joe Rogan. Doesn't matter if you're Joe Rogan or an average Joe or me, mime time. You can make the time to be on your journey, the hero's journey. It's like, in the end, we all die anyways. In the end, we all suffer. So we might as well just pick the best pains that we choose in terms of working out and fitness and making failures in our personal careers and our artistic creative journey, whatever it is for you. And just keep putting yourself out there, showing up, doing the work day in and day out. So I've been rambling a bit. Normally, like, I'm a lot more organized with my points here, but yeah, I'm just repeating myself. The hero's journey. Be the hero in your journey. Life can suck. Life can fucking suck, and it just gets really bad, right? It can be so bad. Like, you can be agonizing, and you can suffer, and you can grieve, and you can be in a rut. Like, give yourself permission to cry and grieve for whatever loss or setback that you experience, but then tell yourself, okay, I'm not going to stay like this. I got to improve. I got to get to the next level, because life is short. And so I want to help myself, and I want to help humanity. And no matter what happens, at least by the end of my life, hopefully I can say, well, you know what, at this point in my life, I really took a turn to become the best person of myself. So yeah, I think that's it for today. I mean, otherwise, like, I'll be just talking forever, and I won't get other work done. So I really enjoyed this time with you guys. Thank you so much for listening and watching if you're on YouTube. And if you found something useful from this, like, yeah, please share it with a friend. Please share it with a friend. It would mean the world, right? The show is free. I'm not asking for any donations or anything. Just share it with a friend. Yeah. And if you have any feedback, please send it my way. And yeah, oh, this was great. I haven't done this in months, so I feels good to be back on track again. And maybe that's what I'll do. I'll just put out shorter episodes here and there. They're more digestible, instead of, like, these hour-and-a-half long interviews or odysseys, which I love doing, but I know ain't nobody got time for that except mime time. All right, guys, thanks a lot for your time. and I'll talk to you next time. Mime time. Peace.